Hi, I'm Bill with Inman Fine Arts. Welcome to your window to a beautiful world. Oh, hello. What? You can't see me? Just a second. Let me get the light. What was that? Oh, you want me to turn the light back off? I understand. I'll take care of that in just a minute. First, I want to share a short insight about light. A typical American household light, an incandescent light, is about 4,500 degrees Kelvin. So if you look into a living room window at night, you'll notice that it appears relatively yellow and warm. So if you're looking for a light on one side or the other of the color spectrum, say more yellow or more blue, then look at the temperature rating. If it's 5,000 degrees or below, it's going to be more yellow, more warm. If it's 6,000 degrees or above, it's going to be on the bluer side. North light, which is generally the preferred light of most artists, is around 5,500 degrees Kelvin or thereabouts. So we want a system that approximates that 5,500 degrees. What I found is that if I get my studio lighting to one extreme or the other, too yellow or too blue, then when I take my painting to another venue, say a gallery or a show, maybe an outdoor event, then my color temperature relationships in the painting seem off. Maybe a particular color is more exaggerated than it should be, and the mood of the painting is destroyed. If I can get my studio lighting close to that north light ideal, then I can place that same painting under any lighting condition and it'll feel right. It'll feel as good as when I first created it in my studio. I've experimented with a lot of different lighting systems over the last 25 years, from big north light windows to expensive art track lighting systems to fluorescence. And the system that I'm using now is the closest I've come to that north light experience. This combination seems to eliminate glare from my painting and my palette. It allows me to more accurately assess the color temperature relationships, the values and the hues on my palette. So let's go ahead and get to the lights themselves. There's my palette and my easel. And then if we go up, right above that, I have four big, the commercial grade lighting bays, and they contain 4 bulbs apiece. So I've got them placed, as you can see, I just put them all right next to each other. All right, so I've got those right above my easel here. And the way that I attach them up under the ceiling is right there. There are 4 of those, 1 in each corner. And what I used to attach them to the ceiling is right over here. That's what I used to attach them to the ceiling. 4 for each one of my light bays. These are aluminum anchors. I suggest aluminum rather than the plastic anchors that they have. The aluminum are quite a bit more expensive. I think they can average about a buck a piece, but it's definitely worth the expense. These don't break and get all mangled up nearly as much as the plastic ones do. So if you're going to get some anchors like this for your ceiling, definitely go with the aluminum ones. They might all say that they hold about the same amount of weight, but as far as ease of working with them, the aluminum ones are a whole lot better. Okay, so we measured out where we were going to position these, my son and I, and then attached those 4 anchors into the ceiling, put the lights up there, screwed them in, had wired everything together. Right here in the middle, there's the cord is going right up there through the middle. And then we come out this way to the light that was in the middle of the ceiling up here. That right there is just where I did a little bit of experimenting with positioning what I use to make my videos with now. But I just put some lighting right here, took down the lamp that was up there on the ceiling, put a little junction box on the ceiling, and then I have 2 more lights back here that are attached in as well. These are for when I have students come over, and also to give me a little bit of reflective light from behind, so that all the light isn't just centered right there above my painting. And that seems to help make the overall lighting in here pretty even, and I don't get any glare or shadow situations with my painting. Okay, so here are the bulbs that I use. We've got the Daylight 32 Cool Natural Light, and it is 6500 Kelvin. And then over here we've got Sunshine F32, and they are 5000 Kelvin. So between the two of them, as you can see up here on my lights, I space them evenly apart. Just every other one. You can tell by the color. We've got the warmer one and the cooler bulb placed right next to each other. And that combination seems to be exactly what I was looking for to approximate when I have perfect lighting conditions outside. Just seems to have that beautiful tone of what I'd get when it was a perfectly overcast day outside. All right, well there you go. There's my lighting system. I hope that helps you. I'd suggest that you have a partner working with you to put them up on the ceiling and to get everything done. If you don't have any experience with electrical wiring, it's not very complicated, but it does take a little bit of know-how. Probably be best if you find a friend that does some electrical wiring or hire an electrician to do that. Otherwise, it's pretty simple. Some of my criteria for finding the perfect lighting situation for me in my studio is I didn't want any complicated lighting system that might be here today and gone tomorrow. Bulbs that were a fad that I couldn't get on the spur of the moment, or that were difficult to find. So going down to Lowe's, General Electric, they're a company that's probably going to be around for a while. And these bulbs seem to be popular. They're still there. And I've had these same bulbs in my studio now for the last 3 to 4 years. So they don't seem to be wearing out. They last a long time. I think for a pair of bulbs, probably about 10 bucks. So the initial investment, let's see, I think each one of the lighting bays was about 60 bucks. I have 4 of them and then the 2 small ones. So probably about 300 bucks in the lighting bays. And then with the bulbs, we've got 16, 8, so about $80 to $100 in bulbs is all. Now I know that might be kind of pricey for some of the weekend painters and that sort of thing when you're just doing it for a hobby. That can be kind of a big investment, but start out small. Get 1 or 2 bays and put them closer down towards your easel. Just experiment with it all and see what works for you. These same lighting bays, they don't have to be attached onto your ceiling. They come with chains that you can dangle them down, put them at just the height that will work out well for you and give you plenty of light. So experiment with it, see what works for you, and go out and create your own little masterpieces.